My boyfriend says I ruined our relationship because of my period. I 23F, and my boyfriend, 30M, have been dating for 2 years. We don't live together because I don't want to live with his roommates and I won't let him move in with me because I live in a small studio behind my landlord's house. The space just isn't large enough. I was the only girl in my house growing up with 5 brothers. I know men don't like to know about this stuff. My dad and brothers always made me throw my women things in the outside trash and I was never allowed to talk about it. When I know I'm going to be with my boyfriend or if I'm at work/in public I will use a disc. They work okay, for short periods of time for me. But at night when I know I'm going to be alone I will use those disposable underwear. I don't worry about tossing around at night and leaking, I don't have to think about getting TSS and honestly I cramp less. But they look like a diaper and I know that's not sexy. My boyfriend had a weekend trip to Vegas, planned leave Friday and come back Monday. I was on my period, knew he would be out of town so I decided to sleep comfortably. Something happened on the trip and they ended up coming back late Sunday instead of Monday. He decided not to tell me because he wanted to surprise me. So I went to bed Sunday night around 9 like always. At some point in the middle of the night he slipped into bed with me. When he got into bed he felt the period underwear and freaked out. He said I was gross for just laying there in the blood. I got up, took a shower and changed into a disc. When I laid back down he just ignored me and went to sleep. I went to work and didn't hear from him on Monday. Tuesday afternoon he came over to talk and said when he thinks about me all he can see is a child wearing a diaper. He asked if I used them and I said of course not, but he says he doesn't believe me. That I'm a horrible girlfriend for hiding this fetish from him. That he's wasted all of this time and energy on our relationship. I tried to explain why I use them when he's not around and that I know they aren't attractive. That I'll stop using them altogether because I love him and I don't want to ruin our relationship. He said he'll think about it but he wants me to talk to my doctor about getting on a different birth control so I don't have my period at all because now the thought of me having one grosses him out. I told him I don't want to change birth controls. So now he says I'm a jerk for not being willing to do something so simple to make him feel better. I told him I needed a few days to get a hold of my doctor. I have an appointment on Friday. Am I a jerk if I decide not to change birth controls? Update. I cancelled the doctor's appointment. I'm reading though everyone's comments, there's so many I can't respond. I want to clear a few things up though. Him coming in while I was sleeping, he had permission to do that for most of our relationship because he works very early in the morning and would wake me up so we can spend time together on days we wouldn't see each other later. So that was not a forced intimacy concern at all. As a teen my best friend's mom is who bought me pads. My mom passed when I was 9. Some people messaged me and during those conversations a few more things have connected and, yeah, I'm going to break up with him. There are other things he's done that I didn't think were problems and they are. Thank you for helping me. Last update. I took the little bit of stuff he had here to his apartment while he was at work. I met with him after he got off and told him I wasn't going to change birth control and after thinking about his reaction and a few other conversations we've had I had no interest in being with him anymore. He threw a tantrum, saying I'm never going to find someone who loves me like him and a lot of other gross things I don't want to repeat. When I got home I thanked my landlord for telling me to post here and told her what the outcome was. Just so everyone isn't worried you have to go through a gate with a code to get to where my studio is. I've changed my access code so he can't get in and I gave the night security his car information and a photo just to be safe. There are so many comments I can't respond to all of them. Thank you for all of the advice not only about this situation but many of you commented about my upbringing and that there are some things I need to work through. I'm going to do that. Thanks for everything.